What's up, everyone? Today, we're going to be building a backyard tabletop. We first began by plotting out our land. Then we made a designated digging area. We transported our dirt from there using buckets. We then shaped the dirt using rakes. And then tested every so often, just to make sure that we've got it right. On to the next day. It was a little bit snowy and cold, but other than that, it was fine. This sawing method might not make sense to you right now, but you'll see what I'm doing later. We developed a new method. This method was one person would stay in our designated digging area, getting dirt and filling up buckets. Then a person with a wheelbarrow would come. We would empty the dirt into the wheelbarrow and bring the dirt into where we're building the jump. Then two people with rakes would shape the dirt. We continued this process for quite a long time until we felt that the jump was good enough and ready to be used. We then tested it multiple times. On to the next day. Since our jump was looking good and tall enough, we added a top layer of dirt. We then used a primitive method to compact the dirt to avoid any tire marks or any erosion to occur. This process was done by first tilling the soil, then using a tile and slamming that against the ground to compact the dirt. Once we finished compacting the dirt, we ran into an issue while testing. As it turns out, you get a little too much speed. You're faced with two decisions. One, run directly into a tree, or two, slam on your brakes and try and go left. So we had no choice but to build a berm. The process was a little challenging because we had to completely reshape the terrain so that the berm would work. The point of a berm is to make it so you can turn more quickly and at a sharper angle. You line your tires up with it and are able to lean very far to the left or to the right, depending on which way the berm is. After we finished our berm, we were faced with yet another problem. There was a downed tree in our path. Now, we don't have the power tools or strength to be able to move this tree out of the way. So we had no choice but to build over it. This began a long and grueling process of getting dirt, putting it on the tree, and then packing it down and shaping it. It took so long we ran out of daylight. So on to the next day. We continued with this process and kept working on it. We tested it a few times and began to get a little bit more confident with it. It began coming together and ended up being a pretty cool feature. Until we get a little bit better, we won't be jumping it just yet because we don't have enough speed to hit it very hard. But now, we've finished it. Our track is complete and it's time to test it.